Hello and welcome to Byte Size Tech. I am your host Rogue, and today's video is brought to you by eWin Racing, the best source for gaming chairs and desks for those long gaming sessions. We do have a playlist of our eWin chairs and desk videos linked in the video description below, but most of all, save 30% of everything using the discount code TechTeals, and we do have more details at the end of this video.
Christoph comes in with a great question regarding monitors, refresh rates, graphics cards, and what you really need to play games.
And it is, you always say that the 2560 by 1440 or the ultra wide, the 3440 by 1440, 144 hertz, you have to commit to buying the best GPU every generation. But with FreeSync and G-Sync, it still feels smooth at 80 to 100 frames a second. It is doable. So what's the rub?
It depends.
It depends.
It always depends. I see Twitter, YouTube comments, Discord,
Reddit?
forums, Reddit. I see people all the time give absolute answers all the time. I give a lot of absolute answers. Tech YouTubers do. Why? Because at some point you have to give a generalization. We generally give advice based upon what we consider to be the expected use case of the average person. If you buy a 3440 by 1440p 144 hertz ultra-wide monitor, my expectation is that you're playing new games and that you're a demanding person and you expect a nice experience. Now, Christoph says, but with FreeSync or G-Sync, even if it's only running at 80 to 100 frames per second, it's pretty nice. That's true if you're playing a game that will run at 80 to 100 frames per second. But let's talk about graphics cards for a minute. Now, he didn't name one specifically, but let's say that the 30 series, well, right now as we're filming this, the 30 series is very hard to get.
Yes.
So let's say that Christoph or one of our other viewers has an RTX 2070.
2070. Okay.
Now, the 2070 is a great graphics card. Yes, the 30 series are out, but if you have a 2070, odds are you can find settings, resolutions, render resolutions, detail settings. You could make that work to get through the current troubles. I don't have any problem with keeping a 2070 right now and just skipping the current mess and waiting until graphics cards become more reasonably priced. That's fine.
Right.
Unless it depends.
Unless
if you want to play Cyberpunk 2077 on your 3440 by 1440p monitor at even 60 frames per second. Ask me how I know. Now, I have one of these at home. I have a 3440 by 1440p 100 hertz monitor. It is not a 144, but it hardly matters for Cyberpunk. It is a true G-Sync monitor. It's an Acer Predator X34, very nice monitor.
it is.
And my computer had a RTX 2070 Super.
It did.
And it handled everything fine that I played. City Skylines, no problem. XCOM 2, no problem. Division 2, no problem. Overwatch, League of Legends, World of Warships, I didn't need to upgrade. 30 series was coming. I'm fine. You know what? I'm going to save some money and just keep my card because after all, I have G-Sync.
Yeah.
I've got a nice monitor. A 2070 Super is a really nice card. I'm playing that list of games. What's the problem? Along comes a game called Cyberpunk. Now, before you all run to the comment section and say, oh, Cyberpunk is trash, you know what? If you don't want to play Cyberpunk, that's fine.
Don't.
Now, I played Cyberpunk at launch. I have played it recently with the 1.2 patch. It has improved tremendously since then. But that's neither here nor there. I played Cyberpunk on my 2070 Super, and it was... well, it ran, but at medium detail with DLSS and performance mode, 30 frames per second. Stutters. It's okay. I've got a good CPU. I've got an i9 9900K. I have 64 gigs of RAM. I got plenty of RAM. I got a nice machine. So I thought, I know the solution. I'm going to upgrade to an RTX 3070. Which leads us to the title of this video. At 1440p, you don't really need more than a 3070, right?
Ultra wide.
Yeah, well, there's that. Medium detail. Medium.
On non-ultra wide.
Medium detail. DLSS on. 45 frames per second on a 3070. Average.
Is that on your ultra wide?
Yes.
That's on your ultra. 45.
45 frames per second. Average. It dips well
So
down.
you can't even use the FreeSync. You can't even use the...
Well, it's not even that. It's that's kind of a crappy frame rate. I've got a nice computer. I've got an $850 monitor. I paid $850 for my 3070.
So I guess
I have an i9 9900K.
Your
I'm
point-
not doing this to play 45 frames per second.
your point is that there is not enough frame rate there to even care about using...
No. The 80 to 100 frames per second that Christoph points out works on a lot of games.
But not
Older
on,
games.
But not on that one.
But newer games that are coming out this year, you're going to find cards like the 3070 are going to fall apart very quickly. Now, I upgraded, and we made a video about this back in February on the main channel. We actually walked into Micro Center, both of us,
Yes.
and there on the shelf were two RTX 3090 MSI Gaming X Trios for $2,029 each. That's ridiculous. What idiot? What schlemiel? What crazy raving lunatic would ever, with sales tax, pay $2,197? Don't ask me how I know that number. For a frickin' video card to play Cyberpunk at 1440p. This idiot. So, because when you're standing at Micro Center with your wife, you should never buy yourself a 3090 without buying your wife one, we bought both of them. Or rather, I should say, I bought one and she bought one because it was limit one per person. And we are, last time I checked, two different people. So I walked up to the nice sales guy. Yeah, Bob, this nice lady over here wants one, sir. Are you two related? No, sir.
We're not. Sorry.
Only in Alabama and Mississippi. So in any case, so we bought those, and I can now play Cyberpunk at 60 to 65 frames per second
And I don't have to listen to the whinging.
at 1440p with a frickin' 3090. I know it's Cyberpunk. I know that's not most games. I understand that's not typical. But I want to point this out because it's not even 144 hertz. It's not even 100. It's 60. Now I can set it to medium, and then I can get 80 to 100 frames per second. If I do 1440p medium and turn DLSS to performance mode, I actually usually run quality with a 3090 because performance mode is kind of ugly. Quality looks much better on DLSS.
Okay.
But with performance mode on, I could get 80 to 100, but then it looks kind of crappy. You've turned all the details down. You just spent $2,200 on a card to play at medium detail.
So to answer his question a different way,
It depends upon the game selection.
so the game selection that would use this would be Overwatch, that kind of thing?
Even like 2-year-old AAA games, Division 2, Shadow of the Tomb Raider,
GhostCon?
Ghost Recon Breakpoint, For Honor, but not 2021 games.
But then...
The point is, when I say my statement, if you want to keep up with whatever games are coming out each year, if you want to play the new games when they launch,
Then
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, the medium, you are committing to basically just screw it, I'm just buying the best card there is. Because if you buy a 3070, I saved money. It's already pretty poor, and now you're already thinking of your next upgrade. A 3070 in 18 months, when the 40 series comes out, will be worth less than a 3090.
Yeah, well...
So it will go down in value. The 3090 will go down in value technically you'll lose more money with the 3090 because it has more to lose. But think of it like this. In 2016, if you'd have spent the $400 I keep wanting to say 30. In 2016, if you'd have spent $400 to buy a 1070
versus the 1080 Ti.
versus the $700 of a 1080 Ti. Look at today's performance between a 1070 and a 1080 Ti, and then look at the resale values. A 1070 is currently worth maybe $250, whereas a 1080 Ti is worth like $500.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
I wanted to say hello.
You can absolutely come say hello.
Is Junior Deals
This
saying
is
hello?
Junior Deals, our son.
Hello.
So you can absolutely do that, but if they were $300 apart in 2016 and they're $250 apart today, why not just buy the 1080 Ti?
Which is why.
And you've enjoyed all that performance for almost 5 years for $50? Now, granted, okay, the current prices are much higher than that. They might lose. Welcome to 2021. The point is, overbuying your graphics card when you have a 3440 by 1440p 144 hertz monitor
isn't silly.
is not silly.
So
You aren't really saving that much. It's a false economy. And if you say, well, I don't want to spend $2,000 on a video card. Okay, fair enough. If you otherwise have the money, in the long run, it's really not that much more expensive. And you get to enjoy a much better video card. eWin Racing has a wide selection of chairs to fit all shapes and sizes of gamers, ranging from petite to cuddly. They have something for every type of gamer. Not just sizes, but colors and material options as well, including red, blue, purple, pink, orange, and many more, plus cloth and leather choices to boot. We have over half a dozen chair and desk videos in a special playlist down in the video description below. We also have a special offer just for Tech Deals viewers. Save 30% off of everything using the discount code TechDeals using our link in the video description below. We have personally used eWin gaming chairs for 3 years in our office, sitting on them for up to 8 hours during live streams. They are very comfortable, and we are happy to work with eWin to bring you this special discount and recommend eWin for all your gaming chair and desk needs.